Okay.
All right. Yeah, here we go. We're live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Comedy and Crumpets. I'm Dylan Mandlsohn. This is Pat Treuer.
Hey, everybody.
Yes, we're. This is the second show that we've done for with Comedy and Crumpets. This is good. We're momentum. This is what momentum looks like, everybody.
Number 2, it's 100% improvement.
That's right. We got a man. We've had a hell of a week, so we have a lot to talk about. Just for those that are tuning in right now, and I'll probably repeat this as we go along, but I am Canadian and Pat Treuer here is American, and we're talking basically to a UK crowd. So it'll be right. It's
It's a special crumpet.
It's a special crumpet. You guys are going to get some good point of views. Now, as we go along, feel free to chime in if you want. If you have anything that you want to comment, anything that you want to say, let us have it. And towards the end, we'll probably even open it up to you guys for any questions that you might have for us, and we'll be happy to answer them as we go along.
Yeah, don't worry about hurting our feelings either.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about hurting our feelings.
We don't have any feelings at all.
Yeah, we're just two gingers without a soul. So don't worry about us. We're impenetrable. Now, for those of you that, I imagine you wouldn't know this, but Pat here is from Chicago, Illinois. And, we all know what's kind of going on in the States right now. It's crazy. And Pat was in the heat of it. He was in Chicago. Pat, what was that like? And by the way, just so you know, Pat moved out of Chicago.
Oh yeah, I've been in Chicago for the past 4 years, and I was there for comedy, and we packed up and we left on Friday afternoon. We moving. We thought we were going to leave earlier. We basically ran it to the wire, and we left. It was a beautiful evening. Everything in the city of Chicago was fine, and 24 hours later, I'm seeing videos of stores like within walking distance from my apartments just shattered and destroyed. And like our moving experience, besides moving absolutely sucking, was fine, right? I'm just lucky that we got out, and then we're here in beautiful Denver, Colorado right now, where it's a super vanilla place, and it's like, I mean, it's a unique world. It's not nearly as dangerous as everywhere else going on around the United States, as things are wildly. I don't even know the words to describe them, Dylan. I don't even know what the words are that describe what's going on.
Well, I mean, you basically left what probably looked like a post-apocalyptic city with just, I mean, all kinds of. There was rioting, and it looks like I Am Legend at night. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's insane. I mean, there are peaceful protesting obviously going on, but there's a lot of looting, smashing, grabbing. I mean, it's nuts.
Well, it's crazy because, so I would go for a walk every day, and the buildings, a lot of the buildings on Michigan Avenue. Michigan Avenue is this main stretch of street in the middle of the city where all like international global stores are, and it's where everyone goes, and it's Chicago, Michigan Avenue, and stores were boarded up for 2 months, and they had just pulled down a lot of the boards for like the reopening of Chicago, and then this happened,
and then all hell breaks loose.
It's like your insurance policy runs out like right 2 days before the storm hits.
Yeah, and then you decide to do one of the toughest things anyone does, and that's move.
Yeah, and it's a first world problem 100%, but moving is the most miserable experience of life.
Yeah, 15-hour drive.
Yeah,
This kid decides to take him and his lady to Denver. Is it Colorado?
Denver, Colorado, man. We loaded up the car, drove cross country. Great drive. I mean, listen, I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea. We're very much aware of what's happening in the world. And, we support, we provide opportunities for everyone in comedy, and it's it. But I would tell you what, we drove through Iowa. You know who doesn't care about what's going on right now? Iowa. And I'm talking about COVID. No, they're just going on with their lives. No masks, no nothing. It's just like normal life there.
Chaos everywhere. And Iowa is just going, yeah, but how's our corn?
Yeah.
What's going on there? Everything growing all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Same
Back
through Nebraska too, right? And so, and then we got here, and like one of the first things I was greeted with upon entering the city was the curfew, which, I haven't had a curfew since I was 15 years old. It was my mom implemented it now, and like it's a little scarier.
Yeah, we have a curfew. My mom implemented it, but
Yeah.
it's still a curfew, everybody. Still a curfew. Still sucks. Whatever.
And you still live with your folks, or you are now? Do they have a curfew on you?
No, I have a curfew on them.
Yeah.
I'm the one staying in because I'm still concerned about COVID, which has seemed to be lost on everybody right now. I understand that everything that everyone's doing right now is of the utmost important. But is anyone kind of not hypochondriac and just think they're going to get it?
No, man.
My parents don't. My parents are a bunch of hippies that are just, they can't stay in. They're just, the man's not going to keep me down. We're not going to take it. So I've been, I've been trying to keep them indoors. But I stay indoors because I couldn't live with myself if I get it and, bring it back home to them. So I've just been living like a hermit.
Yeah. COVID news is like, that's so June 1st now,
Right?
It doesn't even matter. Like, it's not important. But it is nice to see some of the protesters, though, being responsible and wearing masks, as they're some of the non-peaceful ones wearing masks while they're. It's really a double function mask, like hide the identity to allow them to loot and also prevent the spread of COVID.
Yeah, COVID's PR people has got to be calling COVID up and going, we're losing them, man.
Yeah.
We're losing them. How's your followers doing on Instagram? Huh?
Yeah. Send out some new design masks. Yeah, we need some new, give them some new masks they can wear.
I know.
Come up with a new hashtag that's not going to block the core messaging system too.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And then on top of it, between COVID and the violence that's happening, it's insane. Like watching, look, I mean, this is obviously coming more from your end in America. It's your country is one giant HBO show. You had Donald Trump throwing tear gas at peaceful protesters to clear a path to the White House.
This guy's an idiot. Not only did that, but that was after he hid in the White House bunker. So world's coming across the scenes. What's his first move? Hide in a hole, which is, what our parents told us to do when problems come up. Big problems in the world, go hide in a hole. They'll go away on their own.
What's really funny, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but they asked my prime minister, Pierre Trudeau, what he thought of the fact that he threw tear gas at peaceful protesters, and it took him over 20 seconds to respond to this question. Like, so what exactly do you feel about the actions taken by President Trump with the tear gas? And he was just like, well, he had to have someone in his ear the whole time, just going, yeah, no, easy does it there. Easy does it. Deer in the headlights. Deer in the headlights. Yeah. Just sing a happy song, big guy. Don't need to answer this one that quickly. Yeah, take it easy. Fairy tales do come true. They could happen to you.
We'll go to Timmy Hortons after this one, Justin. It's okay.
You're going to get a good Horton there. You just hang in there, big guy. Don't even worry about a thing.
It's going to be fine, okay, buddy? Remember, the guy you're talking about, total lunatic. Total lunatic.
And then he tried so hard not to say the word Trump afterwards. Well, you know what he did? He made him sound like a perfect Canadian hockey player. Well, it's rough out there. It's team sport. We're all in this together. All they got a couple of good shots in, but we just got to group together there and do our best. Like he was such a diplomat. I gotta hand it to him on that one.
I tell you, I'm so envious of your leader. Right? Just his public presence and the ability to maintain some sense of calm.
Yeah,
we don't have that.
Well, I think also too a sense of calm has happened now because the 4 other police officers involved in that horrific event have been arrested, which is great.
Well, not only that, but also like people are starting to bring out other terrible things that have happened and bring them to light. That it need those 4. It's like justice needs to be served, and like there cannot be any more police are above the law. It's like they're a staple part of society, but no more of that. And like especially that guy, the one that did it.
Man, can you imagine? Like that dude is the most hated man in the world.
I mean, Nicolas Maduro looks like a saint right now compared to him.
Like if that guy had any brains whatsoever, he would plead to have the worst sentence done to him. Because his lawyer's going to come to him and he's going to be like, they're probably going to give you 15 to 20 years. Yeah, I'll take 60.
I'll take 60.
Yeah. Oh, and when you write down 60, just make sure that says 70.
Right.
Okay. I just need 80 years.
80 years. No last meal when they send me to the chair either. Last.
I know. This guy should never want to see another human being ever. Just like, do you have a sewer I might be able to stay in? Tight, dark, no light, solitary.
I like a sewer. I'd like you to feed me raw meat, please. That's been out for at least 3 weeks, 4 weeks at a time.
Yeah, that guy, just...
Maybe it should be used as a testing ground for like other diseases, right? Or maybe like submit to like COVID testing, just juice him with the COVID and just become a biological agent of testing. And like, that's just like not even a sliver of how he could pay back society for the damage that he's done. Like, and the sad part is, right, he's just one small piece of like the old proverbial speck of sand on a beach.
Yeah, and his wife left him, right? His wife divorced him immediately. I wonder if he was shocked when that phone call happened. It's like, honey, it's over. What, honey? Why? What happened?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. What's going on?
Oh.
Like, man, I can't imagine what goes on inside the mind of a guy like that. But hopefully he goes away forever.
Yeah, I hope so too. Absolutely. I've never rooted for the chair, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's get that thing fired up.
Right. Get fired up for the chair.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, get fired up for the chair. It's like a public spectacle,
Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic times where that's the game show.
Yeah.
It's almost
pretty nuts.
Yeah. Real quick, buddy, we got a note. Can we try no headphones?
No headphones?
Yeah.
For me.
Yes.
Okay. How's that?
I think that sounds okay. Let's go with it for a minute.
Can you hear me all right?
That came in from the eye in the sky there.
Okay. Eye in the sky. How's that sound? Yeah. Welcome to the rehearsal for next week's show, everybody. Thank you for coming.
We just hit some very hard stuff. Hey, man, can you take off your headphones?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. I mean, the news portrayal wasn't there's been riots in Toronto as well, right?
More peaceful protesting in Toronto. Nothing too crazy. But again, just people gathering, and I'm still, back in March worried about COVID and everything like that.
Yeah, man, you got to get up with the times.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering how many people think that COVID is going to come back even more. Does anyone out there think that COVID, like we're not out of the woods of this yet, and it just come rip roaring back?
Oh, it absolutely is.
Like, remember, like in Jaws 2, he comes back and he eats more people. Like it gets worse. I don't know. I'm just thinking this is, I don't want it to. I'm tired of playing online poker, but this is all I have, everybody. That's all I have to get me through it. I read that, it's insane. I want to talk about this. I read an article that said, "Are you addicted to gambling?" And so I clicked it because I partially am. And it's hard for me to admit that I'm fully addicted. You know what I mean? That's too far for me. I'm like, yeah, I have a problem. Best I can say is I like it too much.
Oh, what's your go-to game?
It's weird. It's so this advertiser, it said, "Are you addicted to gambling? Stop playing blackjack. Try slots." That's like, hey, are you addicted to meth? Try heroin. Right. It's brutal. I want you to know, people say that casinos are built on other people's money, and I'm starting to think it's just mine. Right. So enjoy Vegas, everybody. You're welcome.
Right. Yeah. Just open.
My gambling life started when I was 12 years old. My dad took me to Las Vegas at 12 and 13, which I believe is found in every parenting book.
Yeah.
That's you got to get them hooked young. That's what they're going for.
Yeah.
But it's terrible because I've identified like certain issues that I've had with gambling. And what's weird about this particular disease is that people only think you have a problem when you're losing. No one thinks that you have a gambling problem when you're winning. You know what I mean? How's the sound coming in right now? Are we doing all right?
We got the eye in the sky has said, go back with the headphones.
Go back with the headphones.
Back with the headphones. Yeah. My mom used to take me to Vegas when I was a kid as well and got me hooked right away.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like I don't know how people necessarily deal with it. I know that, when you have a problem with alcohol, sometimes people will say, "Hey, I recognize that you're drinking like crazy. You should dump the rest of that alcohol down the drain." But when you have a gambling problem, no one says, "Hey, I can tell you've been gambling. You've been at this table here for 10 hours. You should probably give back that 10 grand."
Right.
No one says that.
No one says that. No one. Yeah, they're like, "Wow, he's an amazing gambler." Right? It's almost like he's an amazing alcoholic. Right? It's like incredible. We should give him a medal or something because it's like being the Michael Jordan of drunk driving.
Yeah, you said you gamble. Your game is blackjack.
Blackjack and craps all the way. I love it. And but I mean, you get enough sauce in me, and I'll play anything. You know what
bothers me at a casino is the pit boss that stands there. He just stands there, and people think he's watching the game, and he's not. He's just witnessing you throw your life away.
Oh yeah, and he's keeping track of how much you're doing it for.
They never cut you off. They never recognize that, because they see it a lot. They know when people have a problem. You'll never see a pit boss after you're done hand you his business card and go, "Hey, call me. I'm a life coach."
Right.
Like they don't.
No, they don't. I've had a couple of experiences in Vegas with that of like, they'll get all the money out. Like I remember one time I got so hammered that I got up to go to the bathroom and I had like $300 in chips at the table. And I was so wasted. I just forgot the chips were at the table and didn't go back to the table, right? And then I went back later. I did not get that money back. So then I started playing again, and I was in a high chair. And funny how the strength of the drinks picks up the more I was winning. Like that's what I noticed. I went from I'll drink Grey Goose on the rocks with a lemon, which just a single. I'll sip it. I'm good in cruise control. All of a sudden, they started filling them in like pint glasses, just straight vodka. And I remember I was in Caesar's Palace and I fell out of my chair. That's when I know that's my personal note. When I fall out of the chair, time to call it, buddy. It's time
that's a bit of a yellow flag.
Just a small one. The security escorted me out, and I go outside. I was so smashed. I was like, wait a minute now. What hotel am I staying at? And I go, shit. I'm staying at Caesar's. And I turned around and walked in. They're like, no, sir. I go, yeah, we're going to have to figure something out because I'm staying here. And they escorted me to my room, and I had them stop at the convenience store in the casino so I get some milk. And then I missed my flight home. And I woke up to 87 missed phone calls from my girlfriend at the airport while she was waiting there for me to pick me up, wondering where I was. I was still in my room. Terrible. This is Las Vegas. That's an average story for some of my trips.
That's actually that is just simply saying I went to Vegas. That's everything that you just said. That's just
story. Yeah.
So like if you were to say somebody, I went to Vegas. Oh yeah, so you fell out of your chair, you missed 86 calls from your girlfriend, lost way too much money, overate. Yeah, I hear you.
If you ask the valet guys or the taxi guys how many people missed their flight, always at least 5. At every hotel, how many people missed their flight? 5, 7. And they say it nonchalantly. They see it every day.
Yeah. You can see and get any drug under the sun there.
I remember.
You want
to? Sorry, buddy. You go ahead. I was just out of one.
No, you go.
I was there with somebody. I had just turned 21, and we was there with a bunch of friends. You know, what we'll do is we'll load up the hotel room, right? So when we were 21, it was an hour flight from Denver. Like we could get $100 round trip tickets, but we'd put 6 or 7 guys in a 2-bed room, like not 2 bedrooms, 2 beds, 1 room, small beds, and we'd sleep on the floor. And so, anyways, we went out. And I had never gone to a late night club before. And so someone's like, hey, we got to go to this place. It opens at 4 a.m. I was thought, Yeah, that's exactly where I need to be right now. I was like, let's go. I start dancing with this very beautiful woman, and she goes, hey, I'm really sorry, Pat, but if you want to keep dancing with me, you're going to have to pay me. And that's because that's my boss over there. And I look, and it's a gorilla of a human being. Could not have looked scary. And I was like, wait a minute. She goes, yeah, I'm, and I go, oh no. Oh no. Right. And I had no clue. And all of a sudden I go, why? Why would you? And I wanted to have this heart to heart with her. Like, why would you do that? Like, why? It's okay. You don't have to do like, you don't like, I'm their chosen saint to deliver her from the evil of prostitution, which I have no issues with prostitution. That's what you want to do. Go for it. But at the time, as a young 21-year-old, I was like, why? So then I leave totally defeated. And this other woman approaches me, and this other woman has about 4 teeth. And she approaches me on the strip, and she says, oh, hey, baby. I said, hey, no, thank you. She goes, no, I just want to talk. And I said, all right, that sounds good. You know, so I'm walking at 8 a.m. now along the strip with all the other winners. If you haven't walked down the Las Vegas Strip at 8 a.m., do it, especially if you want to appreciate how your life is. No matter how bad your life is, you walk at 8 a.m. on the strip, you're going to feel better, much better about yourself. So I say, all right, hi, my name's Pat. She goes, hi, my name is Destiny. And I was like, I'm sure it is. Okay. And I go, all of a sudden, my mental state changed. I go, hey, Destiny, do you want to play a joke on one of my friends? She goes, oh, sure, baby. I'd love to. And I go, okay, my buddy's name is Dave. What do you say? I know he's blacked out. What do you say? I bring you up to our room and you jump in bed with Dave and you kind of rub his back a little bit. And you pretend like you fooled around. She wasn't like a super attractive woman. I'm going to say that right now. It's a critical part of the story. And so she goes, I'd love to. I bring this woman up to the room, and there's our buddy Dave with my buddy Chris. They're sharing the same bed with another buddy on the floor. And it's like, that's him. And she jumps right in bed, like gets under the covers, starts rubbing around on his crotch. And our one friend, who was our friend Chris, wakes up and sees it and just throws a temper tantrum, storms out of the room in his underwear. And then like our buddy Dave kind of wakes up and does one of these. He goes, oh, like he thought that he had fooled around with this girl. She couldn't have done a better job. And then everybody in the room woke up and and then she left. We did give her some money because she was such a good sport.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's probably an easy morning's work for her.
yeah.
But you know what, man? I was in Vegas. I remember a week I was there. I was performing, and I woke up and I was walking out at 8 a.m. to get. I like to start a day with Jamba Juice.
Sure. Yeah.
I get right. I'm walking. That's what I like. I like my my protein berry workout. Blueberries instead of strawberries. I recommend it to anybody watching.
It's like your shirt color right now. Protein berry.
That's right. I'm what I eat. I'm a big berry guy. Whatever. Totally heterosexual.
Big berry.
Do that what you will, anybody. Just whatevs. I'm confident.
All right. Sorry, I interrupted, buddy. You start your morning. We've got a big berry.
It's like, no, but it was kind of frustrating. I'm just standing on the corner waiting for a red light before I walk across the street, and this girl walks next to me, and she looked completely like just as normal as any other girl, and she starts walking with me, and we just pick up conversation. And halfway in the walk, she goes, so, like, are you, like, busy right now? And I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
It's like, I just wanted to know if maybe, you wanted to, like, do something. I go, are you a hooker? This is 8 a.m. I'm like, you must be starting, like, they gave you the morning shift. That's not the good shift. You got to be new. You're starting out. No. I just wanted to know if maybe you wanted to fool around or something like that. And I'm like, lady, it's 8 a.m. I haven't even pissed away my morning boner yet. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I got nothing. I'm getting a Jamba Juice. You know what I mean? Like, this is. I said to her, look, I'm not gonna do it. I'll buy you a Jamba Juice. That's as far as I'll go. I will get you. Because I highly recommend a protein berry workout.
You're such a Canadian
with blueberries instead of strawberries, and you add kale to it too. It'll change your life, hooker. I promise you, it will change your life. you will have sex the rest of the day feeling much better about yourself.
Yeah. Your
You'll
blood
really get a
sugar
whole
won't
new
be
outlook
low. You feel
on
great.
life.
You won't feel bogged down.
Yeah.
Could I offer you some sex? No, but let me buy you a smoothie. So you have a good day of work ahead of you.
It really should be the drink of all prostitution. Jamba Juice, if you're watching, I really think that this is the next campaign.
Yeah, Hookerberry.
Yeah.
That's a large size.
Are you hooking at 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
Come to Jamba Juice.
Like they've got the vitamin
what you
add-ins, but they could add like Cialis and Viagra like powder into the mix for their customers. Yeah. Bring your customer a smoothie.
Yeah. Well, what you're describing there are all boosters.
Right.
You know, that's extra. If you want Viagra, that's an extra 75 cents.
That's an extra 75.
Totally worth it. It's totally worth it.
The power boost. That's the ultimate power boost. Have you ever taken a Viagra?
No, I have not.
Man.
Too scared of that stuff, man. Too scared of that stuff.
Nothing to be scared of, buddy.
Well, they're all like, if it lasts for more than 4 hours. I'm scared if it would last more than a half an hour. I was like, wouldn't you? Like, if it lasts for 4 hours, are you like comfortable after 2 hours of that not going away? Like, well, it's not. I still got 2 more hours before I got to call somebody. So, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm taking good so far. I got to say, I love it. It's like science took my favorite toy and replaced it with Thor's hammer. It is. Right? It's amazing. Like I have no problem sharing this. I dated a girl for a long time. We did not fool around. In like a 3-year relationship, we barely fooled around. And I came out of that thing like a sad, beaten dog, right? Just like wanting love and affection, but not able to deliver it. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, and I was 28 too. I was 28 when it happened. And I was really concerned. And I started seeing someone else. I couldn't get it up. He's like, hey, Pat, sometimes you just need a little boost from the old psychological horse. And he goes, take this sample pack. I took it. Holy cow. What an amazing thing. So now I'll take it sporadically, just recreationally, just for fun every once in a while. And the missus always calls me out on it too. She's like, you took one, didn't you? Like, yeah.
Yeah, because it smells like a tire fire down here now. That's How else do you think she's gonna know? It's a vagina, not a piston. Like, you know what I mean? Easy does it. Like, what are you doing? Like, next time, bring the oil can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Welcome everybody to our show.
Yeah, welcome to our conservative show, everyone. Yeah. We're trying to make it to the BBC, everyone. So if
you could get us on, we'd appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'm on the pharmaceuticals. You found an article this week about Xanax being used for COVID.
My Lord, everybody. The scientists are saying that maybe Xanax can block the coronavirus, which is why I think the Housewives of Beverly Hills have never caught it. Do you get it? Because they take it all the time.
Oh, no? Yeah, I got it. No reason.
Okay, good.
Sometimes you got to spell it out for me. I'll laugh.
Sometimes, no, I don't mind explaining my jokes. It doesn't affect the rhythm.
I know.
I will explain everything.
As a career comedian, is explaining your jokes.
I can't. I mean, I don't know how they would even. Xanax. Okay, so like it calms you down. Obviously, we all know that. I just can't help but think some scientist has a troublesome wife at home, just going, okay, can we just say Xanax? Can we say Xanax works?
Hey, it's what I've been doing this whole time. It's the only way I've made it through this. Just why not?
Yeah, it's there has been some fun news, some fun news that I've enjoyed reading. Like, I don't know if you heard this, but on the entertainment side, apparently Forbes found out that Kylie Jenner is not the billionaire she said she was.
What?
Yeah, just a measly $300 million.
I don't know.
Not a billion
anymore.
Yeah, it turns out that her lips, her boobs, and her ass aren't the only things inflated. See what I did there?
Bringing out the zingers, everybody!
Yeah, bring it up. Let's all just enjoy that one a little bit.
Boy, that's maybe the greatest joke you've ever written.
And yes, that'll be it. That's it from now. All the other jokes are all downhill from here. So I hope you enjoyed that one, everybody.
That's if this is our last episode. We'll hang it up on that one, or our promo video will just be that one.
Yeah. We may. Are we at that time now where we open it up to people? Where we're opening it up.
Let's open it up.
Is there anybody watching? That's the real question. Is anyone actually out there, or is Pat and I we're just having a conversation between the two of us? We could have done this over the phone, just alone, but we thought maybe. We would have accidentally
fans on, which is pretty much it. It's been great. What we had other news? I saw the Boston Marathon is planning to do a virtual Boston Marathon, what that means is they've created, I believe, an app where everyone can download it, and then on a certain day, everyone can go for a run of 26 miles, which was that like 8,000 kilometers, and then they can track it during that time. So like I just imagine it's going to be the greatest turnout of the Boston Marathon of all time.
Well, sure, because you can run it in Wisconsin,
right?
Yeah,
and in your car.
That's the greatest thing about it.
In your car, which I imagine many people will do just so they can tell the story.
Yeah, I drove the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, people are so desperate for entertainment these days. It's like anything to change a car ride. A trip to the store or a trip around the blocks is all of a sudden a Boston Marathon.
Yes. Here's another thing that I wanted to bring up, man. So I've been doing a little bit of reading as I've been living at home as a hermit. I don't know if there's anyone spiritual out there that I was reading a spiritual book, and it said that we actually choose our own parents. Can you believe that? We actually choose our own parents. Like it just means, I think the book is trying to say that no one's ever a victim. You're not a victim of your circumstance because you actually picked the parents you wanted to raise you. So you can imagine two kids in the spiritual world, standing next to each other, and one kid's going, "Hey, I'm going to pick that couple right there in California. It looks like a nice, cozy home, good people." The other kid goes, "I'm going to pick those parents over there in Bangladesh." And the kid's like, "What are you talking about? That's terrible. It's poor. It's poverty. There's not a lot of opportunity there. What are you thinking?" And then they're both born, and 30, but 15 years later, they run into each other. They're like, "Whoa, how's your life?" Like, "Yeah, California's really good. How's yours?" "Oh, I got adopted by Angelina Jolie. I told you."
I mean, on that note,
what do you think, everybody?
Yeah. How about that one? Yeah.
I think though, you know what it was? I think I took a long. I maybe steered maybe that was too long. Edited it down.
But I want to keep it going. Let's make it longer. My mom was artificially inseminated, so I'm a product of artificial insemination. So in some cases, like the dad side was chosen, but by a committee of people, of medical professionals. Right?
Wow, you think they're proud of what they chose?
No. Absolutely not.
Can you imagine going down? Can you imagine standing in front of all those scientists and going, "So, how do you guys feel?
Yeah.
Huh? What do you think? This is it. This is what I am. Am I in the NBA? Are you looking at a quarterback?"
Yeah. I hope 8 years of medical school was worth it because this is what you've made. It's like all these COVID times, all the content I've been pushing out, artificial insemination will actually be ending. So like, we can't have any more of this.
Yeah.
It's been around for a couple hundred years, but now everyone's seen all the crap I've put out. Nope. Let's get out of here with this one.
Oh, I know. But that's, that's interesting how you have like probably 10 dads, but
it's kind of like I went through like the initial form of terrible time to say eugenics, but like I know like the semen went through like with screening for any biological trait.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I had that reaction.
Yeah. Well, when I say screening, I just had the image of it going through a window screen. Like, you imagine? Oh, God. That's the initial. Let's get all the bad ones out. Maybe like 4. Okay, this is taking a turn.
Yeah.
All right. Next news story.
What else we got? So, you know what's interesting, man? And I read this when I was reading about the Kardashians. One of them was getting trolled a lot by something that she said. I can't remember. It was Kylie. Is it Kylie or whatever? One of them. Doesn't matter. Here's the point. Is what I want to talk about is trolls, man. Like trolling. Have you ever experienced it online? People ever troll you? Whether
Yes.
Through Instagram.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I kind of learned a bit of a lesson. I won't respond to trolls.
Yeah.
And I want to. Like, I mean, it's right there, and I want to do it. I learned this because I did respond one time. This one guy, he over my Instagram, he was a dude from Denver, of all places.
Okay.
Some guy, he was a big fat white guy with a mohawk, like a Mr. T, like a white fat Mr. T looking guy.
Yeah.
And he writes on my Instagram, I don't know this guy. He writes, "You look like a Walmart brand Bill Burr." Okay.
Okay. That's
It's funny. So I write back to this guy. I go, "That's funny. You look like the kind of guy that gives Walmart its brand."
right for the throat.
Yeah. But then he writes back like, "Whatever. I'm just kidding, Richie Cunningham." Right?
Yeah.
Like just every redhead in Hollywood. I clearly look like.
Special. You're a special one.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what happened?
But then so it was like just a couple. I was like, "Yeah, I'm just kidding too." You know, fat tubby, whatever. Like, but I realized that it's probably not a cool thing. Now, if people were to like write in to us right now, I'd have no problem, but no one's watching.
Right.
So that's the issue. But like on my own time, I wouldn't, just because I don't know. What do you think? I don't know if it's a good idea to do that. You can imagine Jim Carrey gets trolled, Ellen DeGeneres gets trolled, Dr. Phil, all of these major Hollywood people, they don't respond.
Right.
Can you imagine if someone wrote to Jim Carrey like, "You suck," and then he writes back, "No, you suck." It would be like, Jim Carrey responded to
right.
me.
Yes. And you believe it? And I said, "You suck." And he said, "You suck." Amazing.
Yeah, like Jim Carrey loses right there because of it, right?
What I learned about my troll experience was I've got a YouTube channel, and I was actively doing 2 episodes a week, putting a lot of time and effort in, but I'd get like maybe 100 views per episode. I'd spend hours editing, and then the polar vortex hit Chicago last winter, and I realized all the news was out on Chicago, and I was like, I'm going to go outside with my phone and just do jumping jacks without my shirt on. And so I was like, everyone's looking for Chicago polar vortex. I'm going to put this out there. I went out 100% battery, my phone. It was so cold, my phone died in under 2 minutes. But I got the video, and it's stupider than what you're imagining right now. And least amount of work, 3,600 views in 24 hours. And then like almost 5,000 views. And the troll series started with that. And when I learned about trolls, terrible at grammar. Don't know how to spell.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a story. I was doing a show in where was I? In Waterville, Maine. Do you have any idea where that is?
I know where Maine is. No idea.
Waterville, Maine doesn't even know where Waterville, Maine is.
Yeah.
It's a tiny, tiny little part of the corner of this universe.
Yeah.
And I had to do a college. And they said to me before I went in, "Listen, we've had some issues with the students here. You got to do an hour. You got to be squeaky clean."
Oh boy.
So I go in there, and there's this one student, and she's talking the whole time. She's just by herself and giggling with everyone else around her. Just right, everybody, and she's on her phone. This over here, right? And I try to get her attention. And by the way, I should note that she was quite overweight, okay? And it plays into the story. You need to know that. So I'm like, "Hey, hi, how you doing? Is there, do you go to this school?" I'm just trying to get her to focus on me. Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, of course they go here. Why else would I be sitting here? Stupid."
Yeah.
And then right back to her friends. Over here is better. Over here is a lot better.
Right.
And so at one point, so I'm about to wrap up the show, and this has been going on the whole time. She gets up and she makes a point to walk by the stage slowly. And it was high-rise theater seating, so everyone can see her.
Yeah.
She has, I happened to notice that her sneakers were all neon colored, orange and pink and yellow. And I lightly tag her with this. Hey, it looks like someone fired a paintball gun at your feet, right? Just nothing.
Right.
So she goes to the door. She's about to walk out, and she looks at me and she goes, "You're dead," and walks out.
Okay.
The whole audience goes, "Oh, you're gonna get it. She's gonna kill you." And I said, "No, she's not." I said, "No, she's not. That's why I bought my." I said, "No, she's not. That's why I brought my bear repellent." And then I started doing an impression of a bear. Basically like a Chewbacca thing.
Sure. Yeah.
So what I didn't realize was that on campus, they had this sort of like interlocking online chat that they were just like repeating everything that just happened. And then he said, "No, he's got his bear repellent." And obviously broken telephone. She's a bear. She's gigantic. She's disgusting. Right?
Uh-oh.
So all that happens. The next morning, I wake up in Waterville, Maine, to a message from her dad threatening to kill me. And it was this message that was on my website at the time. I no longer have it. And it was all just, "I don't appreciate you son of a bitch coming in my town and making fun of my daughter." Like, Waterville doesn't even talk like that, but I'm just assuming that was his accent. "You come in, I don't appreciate that. You better get back to me right away." Right, spelled R-I-T-E.
Right.
And
yeah, sure will, pal.
Yeah. And I'm going to kill you and sue you and all kinds of nonsense.
Right.
So
dumb.
You know, and I left. I ran out of Waterville, Maine, because it is a hunting community. Everyone is armed in Waterville, Maine.
Yeah, you're the only redhead, so it's real easy to spot you.
Yeah, even in my own Canadianness, I have free health care and I'm still scared.
Right. They're coming up on ginger hunting season. Whatever day that was that you did that show marked the start of ginger season.
Yeah. Because your country's so, "Let's see your free health care, stop a bullet."
Right. Yeah. That's a good point. We have so many guns. We have one of the worst healthcare systems. Huge disconnect. Yeah. Huge disconnect right there. We're gonna give all these guns, which clearly people have. People are using them right now. And it's like we gotta have the healthcare system to match it, which we already established a couple months ago. Right?
Yep.
Well, we're fucked,
Yep. We sure are.
Yeah. But it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Well, we're at the 5-minute mark. Okay,
so we have 5 minutes left before I call for my next therapy appointment. Thank you, everybody. Does anyone have any comments or any questions that they want to call into the show? Call in or type into the show. I don't know. What am I in the 80s? Yeah, call us in.
Yeah, hey, give us a call. 10th caller. 10th call. We'll take the 10th caller. Did you ever call?
I think we have 6 people that are watching us. Is that accurate? We have 6 people. Now, sure. I'm just wondering, to the 6 people that are watching, is your computer on accidentally? Are you actually watching us right now? If you are, thank you. Are we background noise? Did you fall asleep to us? Throw a comment our way. Tell us where. Yeah, some people think this is comedy. Most people think this is just ambient noise. So this is not 2 people down on their luck. Yes. Welcome to Naptime Comedy, everybody. The intention was to make you laugh and to keep you engaged, but really, if we put you to sleep, at least we're good for something. You know what I mean? We're happy with that. It's just whatever makes life easier. The more quiet, the better. Really. That's. Yeah. If you could type in Z for me, I'd appreciate that. Yeah. Well, you know what? And by the way, everyone, we will be back here next week if, unless of course we find out right after that we've been fired, which isn't going to surprise any one of us.
Well, what's ahead? So what's ahead? So unless anyone, please say anything you like for comments. We'd be happy to field anything or questions. But what's going on this weekend with you?
This weekend, I'm just a different career path. But no, this weekend maybe a drive up north. I don't know, but it sure will be avoiding COVID. And I do want to wish everybody a safe weekend. Obviously, hopefully the energy around the world will die down a little bit, calm down, and people will feel pretty good about justice that's been going on. I know that's the big news. So hopefully in your country, man, and
I hope we get it together. I hope one of our leaders comes out and says what everyone needs to hear, and that there's going to be reform and that there's going to be action taken instead of threatening military action against people trying to instill positive change. That's my great hope for the weekend. That's my
Hopefully you're everyone's going to think, okay, Trump's coming out. He's going to say something to calm everybody down. He's like, okay, everyone, we've got everything taken care of. Now we're going to war with China.
Right.
So,
right? Like, yay! No, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's then. There's some supporters that are like, that's what they get. It's what they get. Dumb. Yeah, I'm just hoping some goodness is going to happen. I'm just hoping that he's not going to hide in a hole again when the next problem comes, and that perhaps, he does not disperse peaceful protesters so he could go take a picture in church, which it looked like it was maybe that picture, the first church he's ever been inside of, right? It's like,
I
don't think he really understands the whole concept of using the church. What's that, pageantry? And
well, you put a couple of beautiful models in a church. I'm sure Trump will be like, I'm sorry, I believe I'm running this thing now.
Yeah. Oh, God, he's so dumb. He's such a Oh, so anyways, I'm going to hope that he, that's enough about him. Man, that sounds like a great weekend that you're going to have, though.
Yeah, just kind of chill out up in North Country.
It's so much North Country in Canada.
But I'm looking forward to next week, where our goal is to attain at least 8 people watching, as opposed to the peaking of 7, which we've had. We're building a fan one accident at a time, and I appreciate that.
I like 7 audience members on here is better than the 15 stuffed animals I talk to on a daily basis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about this guy.
It's about the same.
Right, guys? Yeah. Don't we got my whole American Doll collection right here lined up watching. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So why don't we wrap things up right now, and because you always want to leave them wanting more. So
yeah, well,
I say we give people their lives back.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
And next week, but tune in next week, because we will definitely have more to talk about, more to joke about, and hopefully we'll get a comment or two.
Yeah, we got one. We did get one earlier, just saying that, Dylan, you cracked me up. So you take that one. You take it and you.
Oh, I didn't. I totally didn't even see that.
Yeah, man. One of your fans was on, and he said, "Dylan, you cracked me up." And
it's so nice of you to say one of my.
One, yeah. Well, wait, live comments.
You mean the only one?
Iggy loves Sky. You kill me, Dylan.
Well, thank you, you, Iggy.
Thanks, Iggy.
Iggy loves Sky.
Yeah. Hey, that's your boy.
We'll be back same time next week.
Yeah, this has been great. Everybody,
be safe, everybody.
Be safe. Do good, and thanks for watching.
All right. Until next time.
All right, everybody.